I'm not sure what's going on in this day and age, but something is seriously wrong. I was looking at the news the other day, and I heard about this child, very, very young child, not even a teenager, took his mother's gun, went into his school and killed his teacher. And then I saw another video of a baby. This was an actual baby. Couldn't have been no more than 6 years old, holding a gun and shooting it. First of all, I'm not really a fan of guns. I don't care for guns. You know, everyone has the right to bear arms. You know, so if you have a gun, a handgun, semi-automatic, and a shotgun, you know, I think that's cool. But when you have 15 and 20 guns, I think that's a bit excessive. That's just my personal opinion. I live in an area where everyone has 5 or 10 guns. Everyone hunts or whatever. I just don't think you need 15 and 20 guns to do that. You have 2 hands, so I'm not really a fan of guns. I'm not against guns, you know, but I'm not a fan of them either. Something we're doing in this country is fundamentally wrong. When you have children going into schools and killing elementary school teachers, there's a problem somewhere. I don't see this or hear about this kind of stuff happening in no other countries except America. And I'm just like, is it the gun laws? Is it the gun control? What is it? We have mass shootings. We have school shootings. And now we got 6-year-olds holding guns and shooting them. When does it stop? When does it stop? Is it the individual parent? Is it that person's fault? Is it the extremely easy access to guns? Because obviously these children can't get these guns themselves, so their parents have them. So is it the parent having too easy of access to the guns to cause these things? You know, are we teaching our children too early how to shoot guns? I don't know, man, but it's something that we have to figure out. I say we, I mean the country, figure out. I don't have any weapons around my children. And when they were younger, I had weapons, but they were babies. But now that they're older and understand, I don't have any weapons around my children. I don't think that there's going to be some kind of apocalypse or war where I need to arm my children and put them in front of the house and shoot at people. I just don't think that kind of apocalypse is going to happen. So I'm okay with my children not knowing how to shoot guns. And if they get older and they want to do it themselves, that's fine. But I'm really not understanding this gun issue we're having in America, because we have more mass shootings than anywhere else. And the gun laws here are just laxed. And felony, you know, innocent person, everyone can, it's so easy to get a gun. It's easier to get a gun than it is to get Section 8 or get food stamps. It's easier to get a gun than it is to apply for college. Something's wrong with that. That don't even sound right when I say it, but it's the truth. The background checks are lenient. There's an overabundance of guns. There's no limit to how many guns you can have. And I've heard people say, well, no one's going to take my guns and I'm getting ready for a world war, or I want to be prepared when the nuclear fallout comes and all this and that. And I just don't understand. Like, even with all those guns, you got your children armed, you're armed. What are you really going to do? I don't know. I don't know the answer. I really don't. But I know it can't be political. We can't make this political. We have to look at what's best for the safety of the teachers and students and everybody really, because now 6-year-olds have guns. So what is the answer? For me, my gun control involves not having any guns around my children. I'll educate them if they ask the questions. I've handled weapons in my lifetime, semi-automatics, 50, saws, shotguns, handguns. I've handled weapons, so I have a little understanding of them. But I've never been like fascinated by them. I mean, I don't hunt, so I'm not finna go anywhere and shoot an animal. And I've never felt the need to have a gun to protect myself. If it gets that bad, then I would just relocate the area before I have to have a gun, feel like I need a gun to protect myself. And it's tragic. It is absolutely tragic. And, we can talk about all these celebrity things and stuff going on in the world, but we really do need to address gun control because it's not being talked about very much. I don't think I've seen any other articles about it after the day it happened. And it's a big deal, man. It's a big deal, especially if you have guns and have children in the same house. I don't think everyone who has guns and have children in their house is reckless. I don't think that, I think there are people that are responsible with their weapons. Let me just say that, because there are some people that love guns, and I'm not trying to offend you guys. Guns just not for me. I don't need 15 guns. I don't need to come to work and talk about how many guns I just bought or what I can do with this gun or this scope. That's just not me. But where do you guys think that the gun control should ultimately start and end? Individual parents, gun laws, more strict, more relaxed. And I've talked about this before in the podcast, but this one is even more troubling because there are children with guns that are killing teachers. Someone has to say something about that. Someone. But I don't have the answers. I really don't. I wish I did. I just have little suggestions here and there. I don't think people should have 10 to 15 guns. I think that's too many. 3 guns max, and the rest you can use at a shooting range. But 15, 20, 25 guns, why? What is the purpose of that? And maybe that doesn't solve gun control, right? That's not going to solve gun control. What are we talking about? But where do we start? Where does it start? Do the mother whose child used the gun, do she lock the gun up more safely or more diligently? And what about the kid whose father got the gun and he went and shot the people up? I don't know, but it's not a good look, man. Something is wrong. We having too many mass shootings, and they're getting younger and younger. I'm not gonna be surprised if I hear about some child in a diaper holding the gun and shooting it. I will not be surprised at this point. So I just hope we get better with this gun control and these gun issues, and maybe not make them so easily accessible at home. Lock them far away. Educate your kids on them, but lock them far away. And with the laws, make it a little more harder to get a gun. It should not be harder to get a gun than to get food stamps or apply for a college. It shouldn't be, but that's a problem in my opinion. So that would be it for this podcast, man. I wasn't going to say nothing about it because it just seems like no one really cares, but I felt that I should put this on my platform and maybe 1 or 2 people watch it and think about it and, spread the word or whisper in someone's ear. If I get 1 or 2 people, then I've done my job. I've done enough to help. So that's it for this video, YouTube. Until the next video, be easy.